Hi, I'm SOLON. I'm co-founder and studio manager of Kooapps Philippines and the Vice President of Game Developer Association of the Philippines. GDAP is the only government-recognized trade association to handle all the game development-related businesses. Yeah, so we have been with Purple Cow for 7 years. And it started out as the associations really wanted to help all its members because majority of the members within the association are studios that are less than 20. Some of them are really small, less than 10, even 5. So we have a very, very difficult time for those small companies to get their own HMO. And that have always been the topic among members. Members always, hey, do you know like where I can get an HMO even for us like small companies? Okay, and then it has a good coverage and not expensive. So at that time, we decided that to embark a 1-year research on all the HMO companies in the Philippines. So I personally conducted interviews and meetings with every single HMO company that I can find. I think at that time, it was roughly 15 of them. Yeah. And only after talking to all the 15s, we realized that Purple Cow was actually the best that could fit all our requirements without any BS. And it's easy to remember, easy to use for our members. And that's why we went with Purple Cow. Okay, so number 1 is they do accept smaller companies, okay, that are less than 10, even 5. Okay, they will accept that. And number 2, it's because there's no like special rules that you have to remember. Because when you look at the contract of most of the HMO company, you have to remember that what are included, what's covered, and what's not covered. And there's a lot of things like inner limit. So of course, a lot of people doesn't even know what that means. It just means that even though your plan is 100,000, but for particular disease, they will only cover 10% of the maximum amount that you have, or 20%, 30%. Okay, and there's a lot of secrets here and there. And usually, one of the most common issues that our members encounter is, number 1, when their people really got sick and really need it, they would tell them that it's not applicable. Yeah, so what's the point of having an HMO if it's not applicable? Right? As a business owner, okay, and as HRs, that's what they care, right? They don't want problem. That's why they get HMO, and that's why we got HMO, right? Number 2 is cost, because most of the time the cost keeps on increasing every year. They usually use a HMO company, and after 1 year, 2 years, they are forced to change because the price hike every year is very, very high. It wasn't reasonable. Okay, and what makes Purple Cow different is basically we only have one paper that we need to worry about. It's called exclusion. This exclusion has 12 different items on it. And why is that important? Because anything that's not on that paper is included. In fact, right now there's even another clause that's added there that's optional, which remove even more exclusions down to just 5 exclusions. So let's no BS, okay, like no worry about like, oh, how much amounts covered, this amount's covered. Whatever the amount that you sign up is the amount that you will really able to utilize. It's as simple as that. In fact, after 7 years of using it, most of the members notice that as the time goes, we are actually getting more coverage, more things, different things are getting covered. And many are actually noticing that their cost is getting lower. In the near future, we're looking into sharing this with our sister associations and cover all the creatives who's working. Because we all know that in the past, creatives have very hard time accessing this kind of benefit. And we want to make this something standard for everyone in the industry.